great week, reaching triple digits in yards with a collection of touchdowns. It's the Jags and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays,
the NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
you talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time. Hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Myles Jack working free that time to take him down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. After the sack on first down, Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Kyle Duggar who picks it.
Man, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Back to Walker on first down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
For it. It's Walker. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows?
This could wind up being the difference.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Sticking with Walker on second down. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Jaguars at 5-4 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Walker now on 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And now they'll throw with Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now Allen. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. Every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And he's got some space here. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going, runs like that.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. Down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Walker. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Again, Walker. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes this a 9-point game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell, and the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Austin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that could be important, as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further, as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And he's been throwing the ball up for grabs here early on. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. He'll try and rein things in a bit here as he starts again on first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Burrow will throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Got a man, that's Richie James. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's Burrow. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And he's got it. Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that trims the lead down to 9. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a Bengals score. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And some space here. There he goes left side. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Ken Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Burrow's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
On play action, Allen. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before him. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Here we go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
141 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Walker with another carry. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Running left is Walker. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had his problems trying to keep him contained.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Allen to throw it. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jamal Agnew as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
42. Stop!
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Burrow. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. On the return, here's Agnew. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've passed the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Sticking with Walker on second down. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. A give for Walker running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Sticking with Walker on second down. And I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're taking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And the tackle made by Andrew Wingard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. On play action, Allen. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. James has got it, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. First down, here's Burrow. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And Burrow going to throw again. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bengals get a bit closer. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And this will be a Jaguars first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Allen. He'll let it fly for Austin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play for the Jaguars, and even 50 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Von Bell. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. The defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. They run again with Walker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers. Back now in Cincinnati. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Trying the left side with Walker.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
On the give, it's Walker.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 29.
My goodness, 232 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
This offense on 3rd down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Walker is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. To the right side, this is Walker. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Kenneth Walker, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that on your center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They're going to look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd.
And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Now it's Burrow.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Jags are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He'll let it fly for Austin. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 66 yards.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And going right back to Walker.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try and run Walker. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run
as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 24. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And no thought of a return here for Hines. And the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Here we go.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon, on the move past the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Burrow's throw.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV.
Here we go, here we go.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there.
That's caught inside the 20. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. So Allen's going to look to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more